afternoon. What's going on, YouTube? Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Filled with family and friends and RC. Good, safe travels and all. Let's head over to the roll call so you can see we got in the see what we got in the chat here. We got Chris Gerwitz, what's up, bro? James RC, Mitchell Blog, Rock Wolf, of course he's here, awesome. Osborne, X Lewis, awesome. Who else we got? Jeff Walters, awesome. Thanks for being here. And sweet, love it, love it. Who else we got? Super one-handed, yeah, sweet, sweet. RC next Tuesday. That's funny. Crawling Chris, what's up? Crispy Phoenix, Kristen from my friend Kristen. Rock Wolf, you know her, and Crawling Chris, you know her. Who else we got? Anybody else in here that I missed? I think I got everybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Thank you guys all for coming by. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. So, tonight's show is going to be about I figured we'd do the FMS K10. Since they're going to be releasing the new version of it coming up here pretty soon, I figured we might as well touch base on the old one before the new one comes out. That's why I was doing the poll on the portal axles versus straight. Just curious on what you guys thought. Surprisingly, you guys much prefer straight axles. And for me, it really is just depending on the vehicle, you know, scale vehicle, to show, you know, realism. Yeah. I don't know when the new K10 is coming out yet still. I've reached out to FMS and they just, usually they respond right back to me if I ask them a question. They did not respond to me when I ask them anything about that. They don't respond back to me. So not that they're doing a good job of keeping it under wraps. I've seen pictures of it on their website multiple times now. So, yeah. So we'll be talking about the K10 tonight and get your guys' thoughts, my thoughts on it. You know, what upgrades you can do to it, which you can do a few upgrades to it. You know, not a ton, but, you know, you can get some really good flex out of it. And, you know, right now, basically, unless you have some sort of partial liking to the blue Eazyrc Glacier color, you're far better off to buy the red and white actual FMS red and white K10 because you get the better electronics, you know, light modes, and the shocks actually might be a little bit better on that one. Not much of a difference, but there is, I think, a difference sometimes between the Eazyrc and the FMS. I have like the FJ Cruiser of the FMS and I have the Eazyrc version of it, and they had different shocks. Definitely had different shocks. So, and with the new K10 coming out, we've seen that it has portals, and I'll pull up here behind me. I tried to do the best I could do on this comparison of the two of them, the new one on the left and the other one on the right. You get a lot more clearance on the new one, bigger tires, 2.5-inch tires on the new one, portal axles, you get the 2-speed, the bigger motor. But the other one is, you know, scale, very scale, you know, sits low, straight axles. You know, it's you know, it's a good scale truck. So I'll pull up some specs on the K10 real quick. Let me move my chat real quick so I can see you guys. Whoop, made the chat a little bit too big. So honestly, the biggest downfall of the K10 is the departure angle. It's got a 34.6-degree departure angle, which is absolutely horrid. Even if you change the rear bumper out, are we having audio issues? I think he's shouldn't have audio issues. Yeah, even if you change the rear bumper out, you're still not going to get a good departure angle. Okay, just making sure. I saw somebody say something about audio. So I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on, do you prefer the straight or the portals on the new K10? If you're going to get the new K10, are you going to switch it out to straight axles, or are you going to keep the portals, I'd like to see what your guys' thoughts are on it. I'll pull up mine real quick. Desk. So with the old one, with just a few simple free mods, you can get some incredible flex out of it. I mean, just some absolute great flex out of it, front and rear. And it still sits higher than it does stock. And it's literally just a matter of moving the shock mounts and using a axial SCX24 stock hex as the spacer is all I did. And I have, I believe I have a picture of that I can pull up for you guys and show you. Yeah, shocks, there it is. So this is the rear, and I just moved it from that post, and that's the front. You can see I just drilled a hole and put an SCX24 hex in there to make it a spacer. That gave me, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 millimeters. And this one, I just moved it from the post to the back to the next screw hole over, which gave me a significant lift. But you cannot use the stock shocks if you do that, because springs, at least, because the angle makes them incredibly stiff. The rear shocks use different springs than the front shocks. So when you put them on a harder angle, they really do not want to flex. But free mod, and I know all you guys have extra SCX24 hexes laying around, plastic hexes. Might as well do something with them if you have it, And this works with a lot of the FMS trucks. You can move the shock mount and use a hex as a spacer. And you just get a free mod about it. You get a free lift out of it. I did it with my girlfriend's Eazyrc FJ Cruiser, which actually comes stock with extra shock mounts, which I'll go over that when we go over that on an episode. That one, I've never even heard anybody say anything about the fact that that comes with 3 different mounting holes on the FJ Cruiser, on both the Eazyrc and on the FMS one. So, yeah, let me kind of see what you guys are talking about here in the chat. Yeah, I'll keep the portals, James says. I like the high boy look. Yeah, I mean, I do like my high boys, and you put some wideners on it, and you're probably going to have something really good there. Yeah, you're going to have something really good. Let's see, 60-40 on the portal axle, straight axle. Let me see here. So yeah, we'll probably be giving away a hat tonight at the end of the stream, and we're almost there, guys. We're at like 400 and I think 70 subs, somewhere around there. So just another 30 subs, and we'll be at that 500 giveaway, and we'll give away that Bronx, which I can't wait to get that given away. It's sitting in the box. I want to get it out, play with it, but I can't. And then we'll be doing another truck giveaway at 750 and then one at 1,000. So I haven't decided. I may do kind of like a poll on my community on what truck it is for each one. But the 750 one's probably going to be a 24 scale, and the 1,000 sub giveaway will probably be a 10th scale. So yeah, don't forget catch Osborne's lives on Tuesday, Tiny Truck Tuesdays. So as far as the K10 goes for upgrades, right off the bat, I would probably do that shock mod immediately. And then tires. I mean, it has the same tires that came on the K5, but without foams. And they might be a slightly harder compound, I think, because they don't squish as much. And when they put those same tires on the Magnum, they squish really, really big time. So I'm thinking the Magnum has the same ones as the K5, and the K10 has an older compound version. But if you're looking for a good scale truck, if you're really into the scale, the K10 is where it's at, man. Beautiful hard body, interior, and interior on both of them, on the Eazyrc and the FMS one. Usually you don't get the interior on the Eazyrc version. So, and there's lots of 3D printed parts out there for them. You can put the TRX 4M hex extenders on them, and the TRX 4M barrel nuts work on it. So you can do, variety of tire sizes once you get it widened and lifted. I will say that front fender right there that you can see in the picture behind me, you put bigger tires on and it will rub on that, and that is a separate piece from the body, and it'll pull it out and you'll lose it out on the trail. I lost one of mine, so I just took the other one off, and you get a lot more flex out of it. Yeah, you definitely get a lot more flex out of it. Let's see here. So yeah, without the tires. So she sits pretty tall, and that's just with the free mod. And then even with the springs that I used on mine were the springs off from one of my other FMS trucks that I put oil. My Bronx. When I put oil shocks on the Bronx, I put the springs, the soft springs from that on the back of the K10, and it just made it awesome for flex. I mean, you get great flex front and rear. Just awesome. So fantastic scale rig, really cheap. You can find it occasionally, probably around Christmas. You might be able to find it for $99, but usually it's right around, I think, $129, $139 maybe. Doesn't have a lot of ground clearance out of the box, 37.7 millimeters. I mean, that is not a lot of ground clearance. You high center a lot on it with this really long wheelbase of 196 millimeters. Its approach angle is 58.8, which is not terrible. But again, your departure angle is 34. You might be able to get your front up, but you got to drag the rear up, and it struggles. It struggles. Out of the box weight is somewhere around, I think, 550 grams, somewhere around there, I think. That's without the battery. Maybe it was 570 with the battery, I think. Trying to find the weight. Comes with the standard 050 50 turn brushed motor. Where the new one's going to come with the 180, which is going to be a big up. Okay, here we go. 542 grams without the battery. The battery is another 6 grams. So you're looking at 548 grams total with your battery. You know, pretty heavy rig, you know, for 18th scale because of that big square body. I pop over to chat, see what you guys are all talking about. Hey, Christine and Nadine, glad you made it. Let's see what you guys talking about here. Yeah, I know, Jim. You're a high boy. You like your high trail, which is a great rig. You know, it's basically going to be a mini version of your high trail. You know, so I think it's going to be super popular when they do come out with the new one. I feel like the tires, knowing that I've already had experience with the new one's tires, is going to be interesting. Because I have them on the Lemur. That's what comes on the Lemur is the BF Goodrich 2.5-inch tires, and they're not a very good rock crawling tire. I'll tell you that. But the Lemur is extremely light. I mean, the Lemur is super light, and this is going to be much heavier. It's going to have the portal axles and a lot of metal, so they may squish down a lot more, and they may surprise us. But I'm betting that 99% of you guys are going to ditch the tires first thing. So, yeah, I mean, I usually keep my stock tires for quite a while, but I think I will probably be ditching those tires. And I'm a little concerned about the wheels rubbing on that part on the front fender that I was talking about with the old one. It pulling that off when you go in reverse. So yeah, some meat on those, and I think it's going to be a super capable truck. Knowing what the LC80 shocks are like, you know, super smooth, and this is probably going to be heavier. I don't know. I should have pulled up the weight of the LC80, I guess. And I guess I could pull that up. So yeah, I guess if it's heavier than the LC80, then I feel like the shocks are going to be even better because the LC80 is I mean, they're a little stiff, not a lot, but a little bit stiff in certain situations. Let's see if I can pull up specs on the LC80. So okay, so 500. Yeah, it is. The LC80 is lighter, so you're going to get a little bit heavier truck with the K10. So the shocks are probably going to work a little bit better. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. Have the LC80 shocks on a heavier truck. Definitely going to need to crank down the. You're going to want to fine tune the shock adjusters on the K10. I feel like because I had to do that a little bit on my LC80. I had to adjust them to get them with all the shit that I put on top of it. So, so how many of you guys think you're going to be purchasing a K10 out there? Just out of curiosity. Or how many would you prefer to have the old version and just upgrade it yourself? Maybe I'll just do a poll for that. We'll end this poll. And we'll do a new poll. New or old K10 is what we'll say. And just say new, old. Go with that one. Hey, Owen Rogers. I didn't see you even in the chat at all. So on the straight axle poll, we ended up with 56% people liking straight axles over. Sorry, guys, 43% for the portals. Like I said, I only like portals on my rigs that I'm gonna really be doing some crawling with. You know, if it's one of my scale rigs, I want straight axles. I want it to look as real as possible because I know as soon as I post a really good picture that looks fantastic and I post it on Instagram, somebody's going to say, "Oh, that looks great. You need to. It's up at the portals." So, yeah, you know, I'll still drive my my old K10 even when I get the new one. Absolutely. Um, Oh, and I want to say, guys, I haven't got my hands on the FMS trailer yet, but I should get my hands on a couple of them here soon. And when I do, I'll give possibly one. I'll definitely be giving one away, maybe two away on an upcoming stream. And I would say probably next Monday will probably be the Bronx giveaway if things continue the way they have over the last week. So make sure you guys tune in next week for sure if I'm going to do that giveaway. So, and if I hit it midweek and I have a free night at work, maybe we'll just do a surprise stream, and whoever shows up for it is going to have a better chance of winning. So yeah, but I'll post it on my community when it'll be. So just keep your eye out on it, guys. Keep your eye out for it. So let me see what the poll's saying already, because I see a 27% says the old, 73% says the new. Well, I mean, I can't fault you guys. I mean, you get a hell of a bargain with the new one. I mean, if it's anything like the LC80, we're looking at $179. We're getting portal axles. We're getting 2-speed. We're getting 180 motor. We're getting same body as the other one. We're getting bigger tires, better looking. Well, if you buy the red and white one, you're getting basically the same rims, but bigger. Just a better looking rig, more capable rig, I guess I should say. Because out of the box, the original is a trail truck. I mean, it's an absolute trail truck. Don't buy it thinking you're going to be able to crawl with it, because it does not crawl. I mean, it has great slow crawl, don't get me wrong. The Eazyrc one does not. You'll need to upgrade the electronics immediately on that one. But right now, they're the same price, so there's no point in buying the Eazyrc, because you're getting the better deal with the red and white one. You're getting, in my opinion, a better looking paint job. And you know, if you do like the old one, you need to pick it up now, because I have a feeling the new one will be coming soon. And once the new one comes, the old one's going to be gone from like FMS's website. You'll still be able to get it on like, you know, Amazon and, you know, eBay and stuff like that. But it's going to slowly disappear. It's going to slowly disappear, just like the original LC80 did. You can get it on Amazon, and it's kind of expensive, but you know, I'm not going to. Well, I might pick one up just to compare it. I don't have the original LCD. GNCRC, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate your support, man. Cardboard crawlers, what's up? Better late than. So did I remember that? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, just making sure. So yeah, if I was gonna buy the K10 right now, I would. If I bought the red and white one, I would do the shock mod, change tires out immediately, get yourself some wideners, which you can use essentially any wideners once you get the TRX 4M barrel nuts. Doesn't have to be the TRX 4M wideners. You can use all the way up to, it's like 10 millimeters, I think you can do 10 millimeter wideness per side. But you do have to grind them down, unless, which I need to test this. The Eazyrc Glacier one, I'm not sure about the actual FMS one, because I don't actually own the red and white one. I need to pick it up before it disappears. But the Eazyrc one has bushings at the ends of the axles. So when you screw in the hexes, that little nub pushes on that bushing if you screw it in too hard, which will bind your wheel up. So you got to grind that off. But I was thinking today in the shower, actually, if you were to take that axle off and pop that out and replace that with a bushing, a bearing, you know, the spun, then you wouldn't have to, I don't think, eliminate, grind off that little nub and lose those millimeter or two. You'd get the full length of the extender. So I have a set of those TRX4Ms. So maybe later tonight I might swap out the bushings to bearings on this because I think I have a set, and see if I can crank them down tight, because that will be a lot less hassle. You guys won't have to grind off the little nubs, and I can save you guys a bunch of work, because those TRX4Ms things work across the board for the old style FMS trucks. You can widen any of them. So there's a lot of good trucks out there, like the FJ Cruiser. That is a great crawler with great slow crawl. It has a dedicated crawl mode. It has the different mounting points for the shocks on it from the factory. It has the V1 tires of the LC80, but it has decent shocks on it. They're friction, good interior and everything, smooth electronics, a decent servo, not great, not as good as the LC80 by any means. But the only big upgrade that you need to do out of the box to make it a halfway decent crawler is just to remove the foot pegs off the side, which is just 2 screws, and then it's twice as capable. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I see when people do videos for it. It's, oh, well, it hangs up on these foot pegs on the side. Well, it's 2 screws. Remove them real quick, and it does much better. So don't slack on that FJ Cruiser, guys. Head over to Fair RC, man, or FMS's website. If you got Fair RC points or FMS Sports, that's a good one to scoop up, man. But again, or save your pennies and wait for it to come out on the FCX18 platform, revamped with portals and oil shocks and everything like that. So, but if you're a straight axle guy, it's worth picking up those old ones. Yeah, it's definitely worth picking up those old ones. I like the straight axles on my scale rigs. I mean, I'm going to pick up all of the new FCX18s revamps, but I'll still, like I said, I'll still drive my my straight axle originals. I mean, they just look so good. These pictures behind me, they just look fantastic. FCX18 platform for sure. Yeah, it's a killer platform, man. FMS has absolutely nailed it with this one. And like I said, I think you're going to see a bit better performance with the K10. The departure angle is still not going to be great because of the bumper, but you are going to have that high clearance. But I think you're going to get better, smoother performance all around with that extra few grams of weight. I noticed Cardboard Crawler had said to me that occasionally he'd notice he'll have a little bit of a odd startup on his LC80, and I've noticed it too, mostly in second, but occasionally, and it could just be their gearing. They have that slop in their gears, which, that's, again, I'll say, let me pull up the desk. I'll say that's the biggest downfall of the FMS trucks. I'd really like to see them fix this. Really want to see them fix this. That is too much slop. Because when I'm coming down a hill over a crest when I'm crawling and gravity takes its toll, bam, I roll forward that much. So I would love to see that. Let's see, we're at 75% on the new. Yep. Portal slop. Yeah, these are straight axles, Cardboard. Yeah, these are straight axles. All FMS trucks have this, portals or non-portals. Yeah. So I would really like to see them, and I feel like it could actually be probably a lot eliminated by just packing some very heavy grease in there. all the way around, everywhere. You know, your portals, if it's running portals, you know, pack it with some heavy, I mean, marine grease, maybe, you know, but just pack everything, and that can help that space in between its gearing, you know, slow it down. I tried it with the Willys Jeep, the 12th scale Willys Jeep, because that had it really bad. That had it really bad. And you know what's weird is the one truck that they make that doesn't seem to really have it that much is the Bronx of all trucks. Um, you know, I own somewhere around, I think, 30 or so, 30, maybe 35 FMS trucks. And I'd say almost all of them have it. I feel like the Magnum doesn't really have it that much. And if Crawler Chris is in the chat, maybe he can verify that for me, because he just got one as a mystery box from Fair RC, which was absolutely awesome. We were both talking to each other through chats, you know, kind of trying to guess what his truck was going to be that he ordered, and neither of us even thought about the Magnum. And boy, that is a sweet, fun trail truck. And it has digital 2-speed, that is very good. Yeah. Um, my Atlas 6x16 has that. So yeah, absolutely, James. It's just you know, they have to, and it's because they do. I feel like they're not so worried about it, because when they give us those super good electronics, and you have that insanely slow crawl, you don't feel it. You know, you don't feel that slop at all when you're just creeping along, where it feels like you're running a brushless system, you know. So when I run my Jeep, you know, I tend to run that a little bit faster. I feel like that's why I notice it. And I do drive down a lot of downhill areas, being that my house sits up on top of a big hill. So there's a lot of downhill driving in my RC life. Um, uh, so that's why I do notice that slop a lot as I'm driving down. So I've packed some of the gears, not all of the gears, on the Jeep with some heavier grease, not as heavy as marine grease, and maybe I'll try some marine grease. I don't usually use marine grease. I usually just use Vanquish grease when I grease up my shocks. But maybe I'll try some marine grease, you know, because that's a little bit thicker and might slow it down. But I do say the Bronx and the Magnum, I feel, don't have that slop when I go downhill. And I know there's probably a couple other FMS rigs out there that I know, and maybe I'll have to open them up and see if there's a difference, because I do know, for a while there was some slightly different gear ratios between some of their trucks. Like even some of their like Eazyrc and like FMS versions of trucks had some different gear ratios. On written, at least it was written on the side of the box, different gear ratios, because it was the I think it was the FJ Cruiser and the Eazyrc version of the FJ Cruiser. They had different gear ratios written on the boxes. And then there was another FMS truck that I'm drawing a blank on that said different gear ratios on the boxes. So maybe that played a part. I think the Bronx was one of them. So boy, I'll have to check the box on the giveaway one and see what the gear ratio says on that. If you have a few other FMS boxes laying around, I think I can check the gear ratios on those and see what they say. I see a lot of you guys saying you used the Lucas marine grease. James says he uses marine grease. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely probably the cheapest route to go. You know, you're a lot of the times with these other greases, I feel like you're just paying for a name, you know. Um, I've used WPL grease in expensive trucks, and it's worked fantastic, you know. So, um, yeah, if you're looking for just cheap grease, yeah, I would say go for the marine grease. Um, uh, what do we got next on? I'm not even paying attention. Oh, wow, we're way close to the end of the stream already, guys. So I'm gonna put up one more little poll. Who's gonna buy the new K10 when it comes out? Vote or nope. Let's do K5 versus the K10. Who prefers the K5 FCX24 and who prefers the new K10 FCX18? So give me a second here, guys. I'm just getting the poll set here. All right, I'm going to be curious about this one, guys. I'm going to be very curious about this one. All right, because I know, oh man, I had a feeling. Oh wow, I had a feeling the K5 will crush it because it's cheaper and it's a lot of you guys are 24 scale people, you know. 60% for the K10, 70% for the K10. Really? I mean, I love my K5. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it, but I don't necessarily drive it that much as I do even the K10. I drive the K10 more than I drive my K5 by far. Probably because it has an interior, it has straight axles, and it looks more scale. And it's a true hard body. I get a lot of slack when I call the K5 a semi-hard body because if you own the K10 and you own the K5 and you squeeze the two bodies, it is not the same material. So we're at 55 for the K10 still. RCs, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, but thanks for stopping by. 55 for the K10, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'll when I buy the K10, I will definitely be driving it more than the K5. Oh, now we're 50-50. Interesting. Who's going to be the tiebreaker? We got 16 watching, it says, and 12 votes. I need somebody to vote to break the tie. K5 is clipless Lexan. I mean, it's harder than Lexan. That's why I call it a semi-hard body. It's harder than Lexan, but it's not a true FMS hard body like this. This is very thick. Does not have any give to it when you try to flex it. Just much harder. Where the K5, I can squeeze the sides of that and it flexes right in, you know. K10 all day. We're still at 50-50. I need somebody to break this vote. I can't vote on it. Otherwise, I'd be the tiebreaker. I can unofficially be the tiebreaker, and I'll say the K10. So that would be 7-6 on the vote. So that's why. So yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to it. Like I said, there's still going to be many a days where I'll be getting this blue, glacier out, and once I get the new one, I'm gonna probably patina this blue one and start doing some experimenting with it, because it's a fantastic rig to do that. I know FairRC has a few rusty mods of it, so again, giving a shout out to FairRC. Head over there. You can pick them up at a pretty good price. The red rusty one is sweet. The blue one I'm not such a big fan of, and since it comes with the crappy electronics, it's, in my opinion, not really worth buying. The blue one. The red one looks fantastic on their website. All of their rusted mods look great, especially their FJ40, their yellow FJ40. If you have the means, buy their patina, the FJ40. They did a great job on it. They took the time to kind of like, take the edges and give them that real rusted off, like missing metal parts and stuff. They did a great job on that one. I'm very tempted to pick that one up, even though it's pretty pricey. So let's see. Oh yeah, and then here's the other. I can't believe I forgot to touch this before we wrap the stream up. If you were to buy this one over the red and white one, this is the other big downfall of the Eazyrc rigs is plastic transmission gears, but that comes in both of them with plastic transmission gears. You can get the metal, transmission gears, which I highly recommend. I think you can get them on Amazon. Might be eBay. If you are curious, reach out on me on Instagram or comment on this comment section when the live's over and ask me, and I'll get you the information on where you can get the metal gears for the old FMS single speed transmissions, because they make a big difference. But your diff gears, all plastic in the Eazyrc ones, where the red and white one, you're getting metal gears inside here. And with the Eazyrc blue one, on top of the crappy electronics, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty crappy. Your headlights come on when you hit the gas, and when you let go, they come off. Your reverse lights come on when you hit the gas and then shut off when you turn off. Jumpy electronics, 5-wire servo. That's pretty weak on the Eazyrc one. Where when you go with the FMS red and white one, you get the metal diff gears. You get, in my opinion, sometimes I feel like you get a better motor when you buy the actual FMS over the Eazyrc, because I have had a couple of Eazyrc motors seize up on me in the past with not that much time on them. I do run my trucks for a long time, though. I put a bigger battery in them. I run them for a very long time, usually. But, if you're like me, you like doing upgrades yourself. So if you're partial to the blue one, but at the same time, you can go on FMS's website and you can usually get all of the body parts very reasonably priced and just build yourself one, or build yourself one with, different colored panels. Get yourself a red and white one and put, a blue tailgate and a blue hood on it, or and then rust it out. So, but yeah, you're definitely going to be a better bet to buy the red and white one, because you do get the chrome rims, you get the chrome bumper, you get the chrome grille, you get the Chevy badging, smoother electronics. You can turn the lights on and off, and the blinker. I don't know if you can turn the blinkers off on that one. I think you can, though, because I believe it's the same as the FJ40's electronics, which is a good remote. It's not great, but it's good. You can one-hand it. The one thing I do like about it, I wish I had it handy, is, and you only get this with the FMS one, you do not get it with the Eazyrc one, is that the top of the controller looks like a car, front of a car, kind of. It's weird. And it has headlights on it that light up. And what I notice when I drive at night with that remote is, if you angle it just right, the left headlight, if you're right-handed and you drive with your left, the left headlight coming out of the controller shines down and lights your car up just enough to where you can drive and see your truck at night, which is really nice. So I like you driving those trucks at night because they have good headlights usually, and then I just point that little headlight at it and I can see my truck without having to wear a headlamp and have bugs flying around my face in the summertime. Super one-hander. I have 5mm wide mirrors, but I feel like it's super wide. Is that on your K10 super one-handed? This is plus 6mm on mine. They stick out just a hair, I think, maybe. And like I said, the only upgrades I've done to this is I actually put, I did that shock upgrade. I actually put the WPL Res V3 ESC transmitter combo in it, which is a very good, which Rockwolf can vouch for this, very good ESC option for smaller trucks. Compact, has a lot of options. Winch control, great one-handed remote, but has winch control on it, light control, and diesel sound or gasoline sound. So I put the diesel sound in this one, and I don't have the remote. Otherwise, I would fire it up, and it would probably sound terrible on the stream. But it gives the K10 some real character. When you pull it out, you set it down, and you hit that start button, and you hear it start up. Freaking awesome. Awesome. What an immersive, like, addition to if you're a scale driver. This is the only truck that I have that has audio on it, and it was the only truck that I'll probably do it on. But it was the perfect truck to do it to. The K10 is the perfect truck to do it to. Very easy to install, very easy to set up. The directions were pretty straightforward. And I think it's like 30 some bucks roughly, and you get the remote with it. Like I said, it has winch control, light control, audio control, and I believe you can control multiple trucks with the same ESC, like the new WPL B36 truck, I think, with the trailer. I think you can control that. Like I could drive my K10 up onto the trailer, then just hit a button, drive the B36 away, and use the winch controller to raise the trailer gates from the remote, all from the same remote, and just drive away. So it's a great option, cheap if you're looking for a small ESC that has a lot of functionality. The WPL Res V3 is good, and the other thing that I really like about it is it has an external plug on it where you can hook up like a Fury Tech or something to it. You can hook up a external ESC to it if you want. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could probably hook up like a hobby wing even. But yeah, the WPL Res V3 with diesel or gas sound is a very good option for these 18 scale trucks if you're looking to add audio to your truck. It fits right under the hood of the K10. So about the size of an Axial without its case on. It's just an open circuit board that I believe is waterproof, but it's an open circuit board style. So like an Axial without its casing. So, so on that note, we are at 56 minutes. We will move on to our spotlight truck of the week before we end the stream. Oh, there it is, spotlight truck. And that is from Instagram again. And I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I think I saved it. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit, even though it's going to show the... There we go. Let me see. Whoops. Grab the spotlight truck, see if I can adjust this. I can't remember. I can't read his name. I forgot what it is. I'll have to look it up and post it in my chat. But beautiful rig, great shot. I believe it was a Traxxas, I think, if I remember right, K5. But great shot, man. What a beautiful rig. When anytime you guys see a good picture, you post a good picture, and you have Instagram, feel free to tag me on it so I can see it, and solo you out for the Spotlight Truck of the Week. I love giving credit to the community, that shows me support. If I can help you guys out in any way, I love to do that. So, but yeah, that was our Spotlight Truck of the Week. Beautiful looking truck, teal and white, nice looking interior on it and everything. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, and we are at 58 minutes right now. So, oh yeah, I forgot we were going to do a giveaway tonight. We'll give away a hat. Almost forgot. Man, you guys didn't call me out in the chat. We'll give away a hat tonight. Let me pull up my chat on my phone so I can get a screenshot. Oh. Okay, so the word for tonight for the hat will be we'll do K10. So yeah, we'll do K10. Type in K10 and I'll do screenshot. Whoever's at the top of the list will win themselves an FMS hat. Here we go, guys. Let me pull this up real quick here. There you go, guys. All right. I see a bunch of K10s flying in the chat. I see K10s flying. It's going, going, going. All right. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is, oh, sweet, Rock Wolf Designs. Congratulations, Jim. Awesome when it's somebody I freaking know. I don't know if you guys can see Rock Wolf Designs there. Congratulations, Jim. It'll be easy to get you yours, but I'm more than likely I'll probably just mail it now that we're getting snow and stuff here. So yeah, I'll probably just mail yours out. But awesome. Congratulations, Jim. Couldn't have went to somebody better, dude. Super supportive of all the RC community, So awesome. What else do we got? Dig down here. We'll give away a keychain too. Why not? I got a bunch of these, I think. So let me pull one of these out so you guys can see it. An LC80 keychain. Let me pull my desk back up so I can show you guys these keychains because they're pretty sweet little keychains. Yeah, check those little bad boys out. LC80s on them. And they say, what do they say on them? They say FMS FCX18 Toyota LC80 Land Cruiser challenge round with a LC80 on some rocks and a checkered flag with it. And they're looks like I got some plastic you can peel off them, so they're actually really shiny, I think. But they're really cool. I really like them. They got a little clip on them, and then just your standard ring. And yeah, we'll give away one of those too. And we'll just do FMS for that. So let me pull my chat back up. Oh, let's go. Yeah, so type in FMS if you want a keychain. I know Osborne wants one. Whoop. All right. Since we're almost done here, I'll put some music on here. See a lot of FMSs going. A lot of FMSs. All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Jeff Walters. The M&M's kid. Fantastic. Osborne, you were right underneath him. And Christine was right underneath him, and Chris was right underneath him. So I know your address, Jeff, so I will get that one sent out for you, man. That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. Love it. Love it. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in next Monday, because I'm fairly confident we'll hit 500. So we'll be giving away the Glacier, or not the Glacier, the Bronx. Like I said, great rig. Especially if you're a Bronco fan. Yeah, great rig if you're a Bronco fan. And I'm not even a Bronco fan, and it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites after I upgraded it. So yeah, congratulations to Rock Wolf. Congratulations to Jeff Walters. Thank you guys all for coming by. I'm not 100% sure on what the truck for next week is going to be yet. And I'm not 100% sure if we hit 500 midweek, if we'll do a spontaneous show. Probably just do a standard Monday night show though next week, and just wait. Because work tends to ruin things for me. So I'll probably post in the community on what next week's truck will be. And I hope to see you guys all there. So I appreciate all you guys coming by. I appreciate all you guys' support and, the activity in the chat. Look forward to seeing you guys next Monday. Said, hopefully we hit 500. You guys will be getting a truck giveaway, a hat giveaway, a shirt giveaway, keychain giveaway, a pin giveaway. All that. The 500 live stream is going to be the one to tune into, guys. You're not going to want to miss out on that one. Yeah, because like I said, we'll be doing all sorts of stuff. Probably two hats, because they sent me a good amount of hats. So yeah, we'll probably doing a bunch of stuff for the 500 giveaway. So do not miss out on that one, guys. So on that note, I hope you guys all have a fantastic evening and a fantastic rest of your week. And we'll see you next Monday, man.